Paul tells the sheriff to come quick, but by then the blob is directly over him on the ceiling. He looks up just in time for it to fall right onto his face. Meg hears him scream and comes running only to find Paul completely covered by the blob and fighting for his life. Paul's pretty much screwed at this point, and his date with Meg is coming to an unfortunate end. She grabs him by the one hand that's not covered by the blob and tries to pull him free. And sure enough, she pulls his arm right off as his face melts. Meg was pulling so hard that when the arm came off, she flew backwards into the wall and knocked herself out. When she wakes up, the police have the place surrounded and her parents are there to take her home. Near the hospital, Paul's friend Scott and his date Vicki are parked out in the woods and fooling around. Scott gave her his ring, so he thinks he's entitled to some action. He's been plying her with spiked cherry Kool-Aid, but she's still resistant to his moves. He thinks a little more Kool-Aid will get her in the mood, so he hits the liquor bar he has set up in his trunk. All that Kool-Aid has made Vicki sleepy though. While Scott's pouring drinks, the blob moves through the grass and into the front seat of the car. When he returns, Vicki is fast asleep, but this doesn't slow Scott down. Being the piece of shit he is, he takes advantage of the opportunity and reaches into her shirt to fondle her. The blob grabs a hold of his hand and wraps up around his arm. As he tries to pull free, Vicki's face completely caves in until the blob comes bursting out all over Scott, who screams and dies. Meg and Brian meet up at the local diner to talk about what happened. Meg says that no one believes her about the blob she saw kill Paul at the hospital. Brian thinks she's on drugs because he doesn't believe her either. Back in the kitchen, the cook tries to unclog the sink. He sticks his arm down inside and feels some weird goo. But before he can do anything else, the blob shoots out and grabs his face, yanking him down inside the drain head first. The waitress walks in and sees just his feet and one hand sticking out of the sink. She screams, bringing Meg and Brian running in. After the blob pulls the cook all the way into the pipes, it shoots up to the ceiling and it's even larger than before. It goes after them and Meg and Brian are able to retreat to the freezer. It tries to come inside under the door, but it doesn't like the cold, so it leaves them alone.